world, universe and everywhere in between, and welcome to a sketchbook video. Today in this video I'm going to be doing a sketch of Bakugo right here from the My Hero Academia Volume 2 manga. So without further ado, let's get started. To be honest, I very rarely know what to talk about here. Mainly because I don't usually talk to myself while drawing. I know, ridiculous, right? I mean, a quiet hobby and you don't usually talk to yourself. But it's not really something I usually do. And to be honest, it kind of leaves me with very little to say. But either way, I'm going to do my best here to talk while concentrating on drawing. Got that bit wrong. I think sorry, I just have to sort something out with my eraser. So I need to give him sharp angles here and here. But I want to give him chubby cheeks because that's kind of in my style. So slightly chubby cheeks. And I think I might need to lower this down a bit because, yeah. So what's the purpose of this? Mainly because I wanted to kind of give an explanation of what's been going on. Well, to be honest, Instagram's been very buggy with me lately. It keeps telling me I have a few days until I can like or post on things. It keeps doing that, and to be honest, I keep getting restricted on there. I do not know why. It beats me just the same. Each time I try to sort it out, but I decided instead of constantly complaining or constantly having to deal with it, I thought instead I would do something and create a new account so I can avoid that, and also because I wanted to neaten up my account, because for quite a while my previous account had been rather messy. You know, it's been full of sketches, whatnot, and I thought with no real consistency. So I thought I would start doing an actual schedule when it comes to it. This is looking like a rather childish Bakugo, but I don't care. He's a teenager, so he can look at it. But yeah, that's really where I'm going with this. I just want to get away from the whole problems I was having on my old account. So I just started a new one instead. I'm trying to stick this in my style while also keeping it very reminiscent of Bakugo. I've managed to do it somewhat decently beforehand, but you know, things don't always go as planned. I really liked this part of the manga and part of the anime as well, because in this part you really get a sense for Bakugo actually being more than just a hothead. You know, you don't see him as a hothead all the time. Instead you get to see a glimpse of something a bit more there, which I honestly really like. Don't really do that with many anime characters. Damn it, I keep mucking up on that part. There we go. Here's a little tip for illustrators, yeah? If you want to give your drawing a bit of a narrative, don't have the characters looking forward. Because when you have the characters looking forward, you take away the narrative and you break the fourth wall. So if you want to keep the character in the narrative and avoid breaking the fourth wall, have the character's eyes going somewhere else, because that way you stay within the universe you created. Which is what they did an amazing job of doing in My Hero Academia. It's very, very rare you see the characters break the fourth wall, or look out of place, or look out of their own world. That is because Horikoshi, well, from what I can tell, that's because Horikoshi tries to not break the fourth wall too often. So as a result, we are very much stuck with the whole esque of characters being, characters being within their own worlds, which is a good thing. I mean, it avoids breaking from the narrative. There we go. This is what I got so far. See, because he's not looking directly forward, he looks more concentrated and doing something else, and it kind of leaves you wanting to know what he's doing or what he's reacting to. My style is relatively different. I tend to keep two styles. I keep a very simplistic style, which is good for simplistic comics, but I also keep a detailed style, which is this. I keep a detailed style mostly for detailed characters and detailed drawings, and it's something I kind of picked up from watching a lot of anime and a lot of and growing up around that kind of lifestyle. I mean, my older brother was really into anime, and as a result he ended up getting me into it too. That plus the fact that I had friends that showed me where I could get cheap and easy to watch anime, so that really helped. But yeah, a lot of things just went into another. It went from, my art style went from me just adding random shines or random shimmers to eyes and just circles for heads, to me wanting to add in more detail. I love adding in detail because that adds more to the character. It adds more of a curiosity, more of a interest in the character, because if the character isn't detailed or there isn't much to a character, you don't question, or you don't have much to go by as far as the character is concerned. For me, I prefer to add a lot to the character. I want to add questions to them. Why are they like that? Why did they have an eye patch? Did they lose their eye? This, that, and the other. These are the things, or these are the kind of questions I want to keep my audience asking. I may warn you guys now about the Fire Fan comic. It may end up coming out later than September, mainly because a lot has been going on. A lot has been going on for everyone, but a lot has been going on my end, and I've been trying to get a lot of work done. You know, so as a result, I'm stuck working on this and smaller projects, but don't worry, I'll keep giving you guys content, and I'll keep giving you guys as much content as I can. But yeah, I will just keep doing my best to do you guys proud. I want to make sure I, make it that my artwork is worth your attention. I know that's kind of a bad reason to do art, or a bad way to look at it, but still. I kind of changed the expression here to be a bit more angrier, because here he has more of a soft tone. This is why I try and practice from things like comics and bits and pieces like that, because, or real faces, because usually the people, usually the actual comic designers end up creating these really well done expressions on the characters, and if I want to improve on that, I need to start learning from it, or learning by their example. Sorry there guys, just concentrate a bit. There we go. Here I am just adding in the smoke. And the hardest thing about drawing scenes from the actual manga is the placement of the speech bubble and the text. Don't get me wrong, it's very well written, and that's the whole point of it, but damn, it makes it difficult. It makes it harder to draw. Like, see here, I have to avoid certain spaces because that's where the speech bubbles are, and that's where I don't have that much of a reference. So here, I'm stuck making up as I go along, which is usually not the best thing. But let's hope. Let's keep our fingers crossed here. I hope Bakugo finds joy soon. God, let's be thankful he's not an inside out, eh? I'd say Bakugo is my favourite character, because I don't know why, but I see him as more of a character that's taken advantage of. He's kind of a character I'd want to protect, and he's a character that I'd want to make sure is okay, if you know what I mean. I think he's a character that's easily manipulated, or has witnessed being manipulated, or worries about being used within his lifetime. Like within his friend group, most of his friends hung out with him because he was powerful and because of his quirk. So I think when people do compliment him on his quirk, it just makes him more and more, you know, it just makes him it just upsets him a bit, because it's a case of, well, why are you friends with me? That's kind of where I get from it. But I don't know. What do you guys get from My Hero Academia? So yeah, here is my sketch of Bakugo from My Hero Academia. I hope you liked it. I honestly really liked sharing this sketch with you, and I hope you guys did too. I will release the finished drawing soon, when I complete it, which will take a while, but hopefully not too long. See you soon, guys. Bye.